Hey guys, how you doing? Well, I have not played in forever. We're gonna do that though. I think I was like playing really well. What's my rating? 25-10. Although I lost my last game apparently. Oh my god, some GM. I remember I got low on time in like this totally normal position and I just lost. It's kind of embarrassing. This is kind of ridiculous. I'm just looking at the last game I played. To lose such a game is kind of not good. Oh, I remember this, and somehow I even messed this up. Oh, right. Anyway, the game has begun. Because I had a really good streak before that. Oh, my sound's up. What do I play? D4 here. Okie dokie. Rooksy bind usually. I played a lot of games against kids in my last, what's the move here? The U.S. Chess School. They were playing really well against me. I gotta come up with some. I should probably not play like the Sicilian like I do. I don't know. Some lines in the Sicilian that are just not so fun for me. The way that I play it, at least. What's the move? B3? Rook C1? F3? I can't remember. Let's do this. Alright, I think it's B3. F3. A6, knight A4. Alright. It's all theory. Knight D7, G4. And I used to know like everything about this. Now I kind of forget. I think F4. Let me make sure. Feels right. This position's okay for me. I think Knight C3, but let me think for a second. Or King E1's also playable. Why not King E1? I can't remember honestly. It's totally playable. I'm just gonna do it, even though I know there's some reason why I like a different move more, but I don't remember why. Oh, maybe B3, B5 or something. I forget. That's probably the move. I guess Rook G1 makes sense. D5? Probably D5. Knight C5 then. Alright, folks, let's think. Probably a Knight C3. It's usually good in these positions. Of D5, I can usually like take it and then take an F5 or something. I'm just gonna do it. I don't know. I like analyze stuff sort of like this, and I'm just trying. I can do some ideas. I feel like I'm supposed to take, but I don't remember why. Maybe I don't know. Oh, what's up with Rook C7 actually? I'm just gonna do it. Let's see. Attack his pawn for a second. Like he can't go E6 because I take on F5 and take on G7. So what does he do? Pawn takes G4. Maybe. Pawn takes G4. Rook takes E7. Something like Rook E8 looks a little concerning. Maybe. Huh. I don't understand it actually. So many good things I can do here. I can take on E7. And I have to figure out what his plan is. Is it Rook E8? That doesn't seem very smart. Actually, I don't know what his plan is, but I'm sure he has something. Bishop F6, Rook D7. You know what? I'm just going to gamble and take it, I think. If I take on C8, I can also do that and then take on F5. Maybe I have some slight advantage there as well. But this is the most ambitious. Let's see if I've overlooked anything. Okay, I don't know. I just didn't have a good feeling about this move for him. Maybe Rook D7 looks reasonable. I feel like there's some exchange sacks that should be possible somewhere, but I'm just going to do this. Hope I'm not blundering anything. I guess this weak diagonal too. If the bishop ever moves away, I can go bishop D4. So that's cool. Bishop E4. Let me think. King F2. I mean, looks fine. If Rook C2. Rook d2 is even playable. I might just do that. You know what? Let's get my stuff out of dodge. Or should I go g5 first? I feel like I should. I should get rid of that tension. I don't want him to take at the wrong moment. I'm telling you, sometime if he goes bishop g7, I could sack that exchange. It's a serious idea. Honestly, I could almost do it right away. I'm not going to. But it wouldn't be horrible, I don't think. I feel like it's harder to play with my glasses on now. I wish I was not wearing glasses, but I can't see the board. I can't see the board so well then. They feel like a little awkward right now. I'm moving slow because I haven't played for a bit. Standard for me. G6 interesting in some positions. Not now. Bishop d4 is interesting. Kind of like my bishop though. I'm gonna go here. Bishop b4 and bishop d4 wins. I'm probably gonna take and go rook d1. Alright. Now what? I like my the bishop, the pawn in f5 is a bit weak. I want to trade the light square bishops maybe, and then start to attack his pawns. So bishop f3 next move feels appropriate, and then the f pawn can't be defended so easily. He just resigns. All right. I don't know if he had to resign really, but whatever. So this opening is interesting because it's one of these lines. I actually play it for black, but it's one of these lines where you're just slightly better. Like technically black's okay in all the positions if they know exactly what to do. But it's a line where white is the one who can get away with messing up a little bit more than black. I know king e1's not the move. I think knight c3 is the move, but I just wanted to do it. Get my king off this line. And it's totally fine. I know it's fine from analyzing it. I think king h8 is not the best. I think maybe immediate... See, immediate d5, I have knight c5. I usually wouldn't have in a position like this, so I can't really recall. Maybe knight e4, preventing knight c3, perhaps? With ideas of like b5 at the right moment, or d5, I don't know exactly. But alright, you went king h8, I went knight c3, d5, take. I know that these positions, when you trade all the knights and you get this 2 bishops and 2 rooks against 2 bishops and 2 rooks, I know that white has some small initiative in most of the positions like this. And I figure in blitz that's fine. I don't think I usually can go rook c7 in these lines, so for some reason in this one I could. I don't know exactly why. Computer says I'm slightly better. I think maybe he should have taken... You know, I get these pawns. I just couldn't find... Yeah, okay, I was thinking take e6. But you have to say white's slightly better here. It just seems like it. Like my pawns are a little better. My king, though, it's like hard to figure out exactly where to put my king. My king on f2, e5 type stuff comes in. But, you know, whatever. Like, I'm doing okay here. But I think he made a mistake. Oh, he definitely made a mistake with rook c8. I don't know what he was thinking. He had to deal with this pawn. I think maybe he was thinking that somehow he'd have compensation after, like, rook e8. But I don't... You know, he doesn't have anything here. So I took the pawn, and then he's just kind of in trouble. Maybe he thought my rook was trapped. I don't know. Well, I mean, what's funny is I feel like I can give up the exchange and be okay somehow. But maybe I'm delusional. I don't see a good way to do it. I don't know why I'm even thinking about it, because I can just move my rook away. I just felt like if you can get this rook for this bishop, and you get a bishop on this like e5 square, you know, it's interesting. But okay. I played g5. Now what I did, I just did some normal move. And he resigned. I mean, he's totally lost, but resigning's a bit unnecessary. I was thinking about, like I said, I was going to try and trade this bishop. So, like, let's say he makes a normal move. That's probably why he resigned. He couldn't find a move. That, like, if he moves the bishop, I go here. So, like, This bishop, I feel like, is holding the position together. It's holding d7 and can defend this pawn. So I feel like if I trade this, what kind of normal move can I make? King here. I thought he's in big trouble here. Yeah, I mean, it says rook e6. I don't... Pawn takes, because if rook takes, check. I mean, yeah, this is just horrible for him. So I think this trading these bishops is a good idea. I wanted to keep this bishop. I had a good reason, I think. It's funny, it's intuitive that I wanted to keep these bishops, but trade these. Why would that be? How do I put that into words? Well, I mean, I wanted to trade this ones because this pawn and like the square, but like, why did I really want to keep these on? Because I could go bishop d4 at a few different moments. Like, I could do it here, just trade these bishops. And this is a move a lot of people would play. Like, I'm sure of it. When I'm saying, like, lower-rated players. Because, you know, you're up material, trade a bishop. Why not? But my gut told me this was not a good trade. I'm trying to figure out why. Well, I mean, like, I'm still much, much better. I guess maybe one reason is, like, it's hard to make progress now, and if I trade these bishops, it becomes a pure rook endgame, which are always, like, sometimes a little more drawish. Let's check Houdini, see if my intuition is right. Yeah, like, the advantage is dropped, like, slightly. Oh, actually not that big of a deal. Oh no, it's dropped significantly. Like, here it just says I'm crushing, whereas here, it's like I'm slightly better. And this is like an important moment, I think, because for people watching, bishop d4 looks normal. And it's hard for me to even explain why I don't do it, but it looks wrong to me. I think one reason is that this bishop is actually kind of tied down to the defense of this king. So if it ever moves off this diagonal, bishop d4 is like really annoying. And therefore this bishop felt stronger than this one. That seems like a logical explanation. So, like, if we trade this bishop for this one, we have a better bishop because it's always gonna be like, if I take control of this diagonal, he's got problems. So he's just kind of stuck defending it. So I mean, because you know, like when you play chess, somebody at my level, I come up with these decisions. I don't even know why. Like, I don't have a. It's like instinctual, so it's like I have to actually explain it out loud for me to understand why. And I think that's probably what I was thinking. Because I knew I didn't want to trade these guys, and I knew I wanted to trade these guys. And what happens in chess is, the longer you've been playing, the more correct your instinctual decisions like that are. And it's very hard to, and you know, like lower rated players like 23, 2200 might just play bishop d4, and it's like kind of hard to, it's important to figure out what's happening there, like what's the difference in thinking. I don't know. I think it's interesting. Because, you know, I teach these US chess schools a lot, and one of the big issues is, like, that I have to kind of figure out is what makes me better than these kids. Because they're, like, really good. They're, like, 2400 sometimes. 23 to 2400. They see a lot of tactics. So why am I 100 to 200 points higher rated than them? Because figuring this out helps me teach them, obviously, because then we can kind of pinpoint what the differences, what the true differences are. And I think it's just little things like that, and kind of just having a feeling for what pieces should go and which ones shouldn't. Kind of positional ideas. Usually tactically, those kids are, you know, up to par with me. Some like as good, maybe even slightly better tactically. Some are like still behind, but we're much closer tactically than strategically, I would say. Anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.